You might be bundled up tonight, but I don't think you'll be able to achieve Jeremy in the backyard bundled up tonight.
I don't know, Scott. There's a lot of very fashionable Pennsylvanians out there. Come on. And I think you've left the station looking pretty bundled up every once in a while, too. And that's what you really need to do in temperatures like this. Temperatures in the single digits, but feeling more like below zero as a result of these added wind gusts. And that's why we've issued a weather impact alert here across the area from now until 10 a.m. tomorrow. Of course, the impact are the frigid temperatures and the feels like temperatures that are even lower. So you'll need to be bundled up just like me, just like when Scott leaves the studio as well, with the hat, the scarves, the gloves, and the many layers on underneath the jackets too. If your school is not one of the ones with the 2-hour delays, yeah, make sure your kids are all bundled up tomorrow morning, because these wind gusts that we had today, up to 40 miles per hour in Scranton, up to 53 miles per hour in Mount Pocono, there'll be a repeat tomorrow. We still have winds sustained up to 23 miles per hour right now in Mount Pocono, and those winds are going to continue to gust as we go through the overnight tonight and into your day tomorrow. Temperatures right now on the thermometer in the single digits for Mansfield. 10 degrees for Storuca, 14 in Lopez, 17 in Bloomsburg. But when you factor in the winds, these are your feels like temperatures. Feeling like 0 in Renova, feeling like just 5 degrees in Scranton, feeling like 5 in Sayre, and feeling like 8 in Bloomsburg. And that's why we have the wind chill. The wind chill explains how the actual temperature feels on your body. When you don't have any winds, you radiate heat out to space, out to the air around you, and a little layer of heat, kind of like a shield, surrounds your body. When there's no wind, it stays in place. But when you do have wind, it blows that shield right away, and it feels much cooler since you don't have that insulation right around your body. And instead of feeling like 20 degrees, which is the thermometer reading without the wind, it feels more like 4 degrees with the added winds up to 20 miles per hour. And that's why we have the wind chill. It's a sensation that your body feels colder than the actual thermometer reading as a result of those winds. And that's why the National Weather Service issued a cold weather advisory for Luzerne, Lackawanna, parts of Wayne, all of Pike, Monroe, and Carbon counties, because feels like temperatures could dip below negative 15 degrees. This is cold you don't want to mess around with, folks. It's cold that can give you frostbite very quickly. And there's a wind advisory in effect for both Carbon and Monroe counties underneath this blue color, which is the cold weather advisory. The more important advisory takes precedence, so that's why you're seeing the cold weather advisory on top. But underneath it is a wind advisory for both Carbon and Monroe as a result of the wind gusts over 50 miles per hour that we could see tomorrow afternoon. Got a few lake effect snow showers just south of Center County, headed into Mifflin and Judiana counties near the Harrisburg area, but we haven't seen too many flakes here in our region. Now, this is the reasoning behind the winds. We have a low pressure system up in the Canadian Maritimes and a high pressure system just above the Great Lakes region. Now, when you have a high pressure system turning clockwise and a low pressure system turning counterclockwise, you get this funneling of air right in between them, and it causes winds. And that's why the winds are diving directly out of Canada and bringing in that colder air and making it feel colder too with that enhanced winds. It's called isobar gradients. You have an increased pressure gradient, and those winds are just funneling in, and they'll continue to do so as we go through the day tomorrow too. Blue Mountain, a lot of people out on the slopes despite the cold and the winds. Hopefully they're all bundled up. Current temperature right now 18 degrees. Winds coming out of the west-northwest at 13 at this hour. I think will remain mostly cloudy tonight. As we go through your day tomorrow, we will notice some of the decrease in the clouds, maybe a mix of sun and clouds for parts of the day by around 6 p.m. Once we're past sunset, some of those clouds could really break. But even though we see some sunshine tomorrow, remember, temperatures will feel like less than 12 degrees all day, no matter where you live. And if you live in the northern tier, it'll feel like less than 0 pretty much all day too. Friday, increasing cloud cover, and then we'll also notice some snow showers in the latter portion of Friday into your Saturday morning. I don't expect this to be a significant system, but we could pick up an inch or two Friday night into Saturday morning. Wind gusts tomorrow, look at that. By tomorrow afternoon, 57 mile per hour wind gusts possible there in Mount Pocono, and of course that's why we issued the weather impact alert for your first half of Thursday. Temperatures do get a little bit warmer as we head into Friday, Scott. If we do hit 33, we'll break this awful streak of 7 days of temperatures below the freezing mark, and then we're just hovering around the freezing mark. But anything is better than this, right, Scott?
I would say anything is better than this, yes. That's
Yeah.
safe to say.
I'd say so too.
We will see you tonight.
See you
Come on
then.
in and get warm.
Yep.
It is